in 2020, there were rumors that the Senate wanted to amend the requirements for the office of president to raise the minimum qualification. And Atiku had felt that he was the target of that process. And so he had reached out to me frantically via email. In that email, he said that beyond the Senate, his children were also pressuring him, his family basically were pressuring him to run for office, and as such wanted him to acquire by any means necessary a higher certificate that would make him eligible to run for office. And so he wanted me to help him secure admission to any Nigerian polytechnic where he could purchase such a certificate without scrutiny. I secured admissions for him at Federal Polytechnic Ida and Durban Polytechnic in Abuja. He sent money and I paid his fees. But I had advised him that the scrutiny he wanted to avoid was not going to be possible because the ever-vigilant DSS were always around these schools investigating, and so there was no way he was going to avoid scrutiny. Acting on that advice, somehow he secured admission to Anglia Ruskin in the UK. I do not know how he did it, but he secured a master's degree from there. But he didn't go to school because he loves education. He went to school to fulfill his desperation of becoming president of Nigeria. In that email, he had mentioned the fact of his children forcing him, putting him under intense pressure to run for office again. I wondered why, but it didn't take too long for me to find out why. So Hawa is Atiku's daughter, one of his daughters, and she had told me herself that one of the reasons her brothers, especially Mo, whom she mentioned, would do anything for their father to become president was the fact that he knows that he must become a multi-billionaire should his father make it to that office. In her words, nothing will stop him. Now, when you put into perspective the fact that Atiku has 31 biological children, each one of them wanting to become a multi-billionaire, then you'd understand why you should be afraid of letting this family near that space. I was later to speak with Mo himself, and he affirmed what his sister told me. He said that there is no other goal in his life right now than for his father to become president, because he knows that when his father wins, his appetite will become larger. Also, these children want to emulate their father's royalty or royal lifestyle lived abroad. And so it is their dream to relocate abroad with their various families. But they feel that the billions they already have, even by the admission of their father, they are living comfortable lives here. That those billions are not yet enough. They need more. And so they need their father to be in office so they can embezzle more money and relocate. Do you know what it will cost you, this country, for 31 children to aim to be multi-billionaires in a country where we are already short of funding for major critical projects? They'll rip Nigeria dry. You can listen to them. You don't have to take my word for it.
Who complained big time about Chidoka. He said Chidoka used daddy's money and didn't deliver. In the end, God was very bitter. You know one thing with me. No one decided to be president because no knows that when and if daddy becomes president, he will be a multi-billionaire. Nothing will stop him. So he will bet his everything. The thing is, Adamu is highly ambitious, and so is Muhammad. Adamu is very selfish, and so is Muhammad. Adamu likes money, and so does Muhammad.
Just two of them.
And so it is true.
And everybody wants to feel closer to that.
There have been instances where I've been interested in, going for an office maybe or what, but for whatever reason, that didn't happen. But I'm just at a point where my primary interest is to see Atiku Abubakar become president. There is no secondary interest for now or tertiary interest or anything. That is the only interest I have now. Now, once they are successful, then I would say my appetite would now become very, very large.
It makes sense.
You know, so that's more what I'm focused on. I'm trying to make him president, like you.
Well, we'll try our best.
Yeah.
That's it of you.
Let's see how things go.
Okay.
If I have plenty money now, I can even move my family out of this country.
Money to move your family out of the country is not something you'd lack at the moment.
Really?
And now you just a disguise.
I am my investment advisor.
Do I need to be?
No.
I don't need to be now.
You are my investment advisor, so if I have plenty money, but I move them out. See, abroad is not enjoyable if you don't have money.
I agree.
If you're in Nigeria, you are used to having one cook, 2 nannies, 1 driver, 1 houseboy. I mean, you have 5 staff. To afford 5 staff abroad, you have to be a multimillionaire. It's not easy. And I'm not a multimillionaire. And I don't want to be living this kind of lifestyle here, and I'm living in Nigeria comfortably. Then now go abroad and be living one kind of life.
I can relate. You do have a point.
You understand? So, moving is one thing, but moving comfortably to match your current lifestyle is another thing.
I agree.
So unless it becomes essential for them to move, I'd rather not move until if God has blessed our hustle, our struggles.
How many houses remain for you now?
How many houses remain for me?